was a question at the break about can you work with positive affirmations? Yes, you can. In fact, EFT practitioners are using this more and more. Now, this is a sensitive issue for me because I have worked with affirmations for many years with people, and I found that sometimes they were just covering the problem, and that this dual reality continued to exist, so that I'm creating this one part of myself which believes the affirmation, and the other hand, this other part, which is doubting, continues to exist. Now, the beauty of EFT is it addresses itself to that. It says, focus on that negative. Focus on your self-doubt. How much can you feel self-doubt? How much can you feel fear? We challenge you to feel it, and we just keep tapping, and when you're finished tapping it, I want you to try to feel it, and you can't, because you remove the energy field. So what I do, and what I have trained, because I train people as life coaches and as EFT practitioners, and you can do that training if you want through the internet, because I have a process if you want to be trained to help other people. First, we train you how to work with analysis, and then with EFT with people. As I say, bring the tension down to 3. Bring the charge down to 3 or less, and then introduce the positive. Okay? So in such a case, what we'll be tapping this fear, this fear, this fear, and then we say, I feel totally secure in my faith, or I feel totally secure in life, or I feel my self-worth independent of what is happening around me. So what we do is we employ the EFT focusing on the negative until we get the emotional charge down to about a 3, and then we ask the person to choose an affirmation. And then we tap saying the affirmation. And that saying the affirmation while tapping seems to install it much more deeply, because I'm moving the energy as I'm repeating and focusing on the affirmation, and it's going deeper and deeper. This is similar to EMDR. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but by moving the eyes, you get in touch with the emotional charge, and you have to bring that down to 0. I say to 3 or less. And then by the same movement of the eyes, you install the new positive belief. Sometimes we have to help people find the positive belief. Sometimes they've lost the ability to think positively. Or they may say it in a way which is better cumbersome, and we would help them find a more concise and more powerful and all-encompassing affirmation. But yes, you can tap saying positive affirmations. And in the book also has that. For each issue, it gives you the original traditional EFT phrase, and then it presents you to alternative phrases in which you say, even though until now I have felt resentful because this person did this, I now choose. So I put the way I have felt into the past, even though until now I now choose to understand that this person is suffering. Or I now choose to understand that my self-worth has nothing to do with this person's behavior. So then I bring in the positive by stating what I have felt until now in the past. But if you did that, when you had an emotional charge of 10, would it stick? You can't move into that state of understanding that the other person has a problem, or that your self-worth is independent of their behavior, or that life gives you exactly what you need for your evolution when you're a 10. So my status on this is tap it down to a 3 or less, and then use the alternative phrase. And the book is full of alternative phrases. Even though until now I have felt this way, I now choose to feel this way, or to perceive things in this way. And where you can combine the positive and the negative. Before we go on